Alright, we're just gonna jump straight into it. I am in the mood to play a quick game. Well, it looks like we have a bit of time this morning after we did some coverage right now, so let's just jump into it. Yeah. Hello, man is falling asleep over here. Yeah. Thank you for smiling at Daddy. Yeah. Yeah. Little sleepy boy. We haven't played a training game in a while, and actually the last one was quite brutal. We thought our opponent, well, I thought the opponent was playing a Queen's Indian defense, but it was an English defense, and the difference was that they don't have the knight on f6, which caused us to have a really tough situation to play in. I think I can make this slightly bigger. Yeah, it still fits. Alright, let's go d4 and see what our opponent has in store for us. Yeah, knight f6, c4. We also played a Nimza this week, and we lost that unfortunately, so I would love to. Never mind. We can play into a Grunfeld, I guess, or we can play a King's Indian defense if that's what they are. They are going to do the King's Indian defense. Yeah, and we are going to play this delayed fianchetto setup still that I've been playing kind of forever recently. And just kind of see where they come from. So they're going to try and break with one of these. Um, I don't think there's much to it. We're just going to play up. And now they're going to come out here. So now we can give them that square with something like d5. They can put their knight there. We can play b3 protecting and have f4 to kick the knight, which might be quite nice. The knight would then have to go back. Well, it could go here, I guess, but then it can get stuck a little bit, so maybe it has to go back. We could also just castle and let them take and take back with our knight. I do like the pushing variations though, so I think I'm going to go ahead with it. I don't think there's too much to calculate just yet. I'm expecting this knight to jump here. Now this bishop, this pawn is under attack, so easy to defend. We just got to be careful when this diagonal starts opening up. So if we go here now, and we really don't have many other choices to defend the pawn. The other option might be to try and kind of get the knight stuck a little bit, so they'd have to jump back and there, and we can try and push through. But here, can they do something against us? I guess they could sack a lot of stuff. So here, and they sack, we take back. Then they sack a second one. I think we have to take with the knight to just give them that directly. Then they got 2 pawns and a rook for 2 knights, which doesn't look like a fair trade. So I think it's okay. I think we can go ahead with this. But definitely we should be moving this bishop pretty soon. Oh yeah, now everything is getting slightly stuck. F3 is a move here. F4 is the thing I was really looking at. This knight isn't really stuck behind anything though. I think we can move our queen out of the way. Yeah, yeah, we can move our queen out of the way. I don't think we're getting quite stuck yet. F4 was the move I wanted to play. And if they take, we would take back with our queen, I guess. Yeah, actually, f4 here looks pretty good. Here, and then we just have to maybe defend this knight with something like this. Um, maybe f3, f4. Oh, but they've got 2 attackers here. So maybe the point is that they're going to drop the knight into f3 now. So if we castle and they do this, that knight actually isn't hitting anything else. We can step out of the way if we want to. And then they take their... Oh, maybe this gets a little bit tricky a little bit quickly. So what about this and they jump and we just move the king up? Yeah, we're attacking double here. This guy can still get defended backwards though. Otherwise we allow this. Our light square bishop is not our strongest piece really. We go on the diagonal, they come in, we take, they take, and we castle. We can try and get rid of that um, bishop like this, hitting it from the side. Yeah, so our idea is we could develop this bishop. We could push this pawn, or we could castle. Castle, and knight in. We have to move again. Then this diagonal is opening up though, so I think maybe this forcing line like this works a bit better for us. Because that knight isn't hitting anything we have to care about. You jump in there, we can take again, or we can leave the pawn there for a bit. Now we have to move our knight then to hit the pawn again. Here, knight comes. This one, knight comes up here. Yeah, but then this diagonal already opens up. So maybe we have to defend first. You check us, we take back, and we play this situation where we come out to... Yeah, I think we're going to go for this. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, that's a big yawn. That's a big yawn. Getting sleepy, huh? Alright, so we're going to allow them to play knight f3 check. And I'm actually thinking I'm going to trade off our light square bishop, because I'm not really expecting to do much on this diagonal just yet. I think we can get something else going with the pawns maybe instead. Yeah, here they come, so take, castle. Oh, actually we still have the same problem, don't we? Yeah, this guy isn't defended. I think I've just kind of miscalculated this entire line. So if I take now, they take, my rook's hit, I have to go sideways, they take this pawn. Then I can go up here, attacking the bishop and this guy, so maybe they take here, take. So we're dropping a pawn, they're dropping the bishop pair. Actually, that's not so bad, maybe it's okay. Take, castle, and then go up here. Huh? Yeah, here they go. Now we go here, stepping out of the pin. If they take here, difficult to know which way to take. Here, and then that knight probably takes back. Oi, yay, I see you. Otherwise we take here, they take there. Now they can move out of the way. And I'm not sure where our knight is going from there. So this was my general idea. Take, and this piece hangs. Oh no, actually that doesn't work, does it? So maybe we have to, yay, maybe we have to take this way, and then attack here. And we're going to have to try and prove that our light square pawn sack is useful. Or we can go here, we can defend the pawn this way, and then they take here, we take with the queen. If you take here, we take back. Actually, this is probably okay. Maybe we just do this. I'm getting sleepy now, man. Yeah. How some bad chess calculation is a good way to fall asleep, I wonder. Alright, take here. So it looks like they might just go for this kind of, we have an extra pawn but nothing else. Because now we're trading off dark square bishops. Yeah. I know. Ooh, yawn. Big yawn. Oh, interesting. Okay, coming out with the queen. Oh, okay, so if we go up, you're going to try and keep it safe. Trade. And we just down a pawn, but it looks like it might be a good pawn for us. Queen coming in here looking at the mate. So that's dangerous for us. But if I go here, you're not in time. Because you need to defend the bishop Oh, hang on, here and here, then you're hitting, then I have to move my knight because it's getting attacked. So maybe I go, oh, here's a guy. Or maybe I defend it this way. So I have my rook coming out, and then I can hit your queen. Yeah, I think this is nice. I'm liking this. Yo, it's okay, you can fall asleep, that's fine. Yeah. Maybe you want to fall asleep here. I'll hold you. How's that? Oh, oh. Come here, little man. Yo. Then at least I don't have to look in two places at once. There we go. Get that leg out. Oh. There we go. Are you okay? Ah, you hit the table. Oh, you hit the table a bit hard, did you? Where was it? Your hand? Your shoulder? Was it your hand? Oh. Here we go. Yo. Yo, man. Uncomfortable. Okay. So they moved their bishop back, just keeping it safe. Looking at the h3 square, at the potential weaknesses around our king. So now what do? We've got f3 to push that bishop even further back. Then you're going to put it over there. And we've got nothing to hit it there, unfortunately. How do we take advantage? I don't think we can. Maybe we just have to pile up on this file for now. f3, bishop here, king over, queen over. Maybe f3 isn't worthwhile then. Maybe we just play... Yeah. Maybe we just play something else. I mean, f3 here, like breaking might be nice, but we need our knight to be in a spot to help because we don't have the light square bishop anymore. This might be something we can consider if we want to play some variation on that side. That would be great for us. Take pressure everywhere. So maybe we should now actually just trade off. Tricky to know what to do here. King up might even be a move. They can just check us, that sucks. Here we can go up. Oh, this actually just, maybe this is just a move for us here. Maybe we just cover the light square in the back here, get the knight a bit more active. We still have f3 if we need it. Yeah, I mean, I expected this to happen, so not a big surprise. We probably want to put our queen over here to help cover some of these squares still. If we walk away and we let them come in, we have f3 still anyway, don't we? Although we can go f3, g4 and trap this bishop now if they're not careful. So maybe we start off with this. And then you have to take with your queen. King goes over. Alright, this might be the time for us to trade off here. Just to allow us to move this rook again. Depending where you want to move it. King up and then h3 to provide. But f3 probably feels a bit better. Hang on, let's put you properly in your blanket. Get you a little bit ready for the sleepy time. Get you ready for the sleepy time. Yeah. You got any outside assistance? Daddy isn't really paying attention to his chess the way he used to. Recently he's just been playing very badly. Oh, okay. Getting that bishop out there. Ready for the pressure. Okay, you're in. There we go. All good. All good. Alright. I mean, what are you going to do? If you press, we're going to take. And then actually we might take... Oh, sleepy. Falling asleep time can be tough, ne? Do we play f3 to bring our queen back if we need to? How do we do this, huh? Yo. How do we do this, you think? Yo. It's okay. You're okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play something like this. It seems a bit silly, but they're gonna push back here. I mean, we don't have to take, but I think it's very clearly um, here. Maybe they take with the bishop. They take with the bishop, and then we put. Then we probably take and put our rook over here. Okay, f3 it is. Yeah, now we kind of have to take the dark square bishop off because the diagonal is open towards our king. Oh, my king. Here we go. Yeah, little early morning chess. Oh, you can hear the neighbor's daughter with her squeaky shoes. Yeah, yeah, I wonder if I'm gonna get you some squeaky shoes in the future. I feel like maybe not. Yeah, here they come. Okay, I think we have to take this. I don't really think there's much to it. We have to break open the position and try and play with our aggressive knight. There's no way that the knight can go that kind of does anything useful, so here we go. Yeah, and we also got to trade off the dark square bishop now, I think. Okay, they do take with the bishop. Okay, okay. You're okay. Alright, the trick with the bishop is that it cleans up the diagonal for the rook. So I gotta kind of get out of the way now. Because if it goes anywhere, it gets very scary. So, do I trade off the bishop first? Take, and then if they take on c4, do I actually just move my queen to defend the bishop? And if they take the rook, I cry about it. Maybe I'm just supposed to move out of the way. Maybe I just move here. Nah, don't give them any reveals. Or here, actually, this might be a good spot as well. And avoid getting stuck in this kind of way. Yeah, I think this feels pretty good, actually. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, sleepy now. Falling asleep on the chest. Sleepy now. There you go. Yeah. Alright. I mean, I'm not really holding back the dark square bishop because I want them to take specifically. It's just when we had the chance, we didn't use it. But we're going to try and abuse the fact that they've got a backwards pawn now. I'm not sure how. I think they can actually still kind of liquidate it. If they push it forward, you know, it's got, like, yeah, now it's got a million defenders, so I think we kind of have to sink our knight in there now. Otherwise, nothing. If we take the dark square bishop, they take back, we can take... That doesn't help. We can get a check in, but that also doesn't feel like it's very useful. Queen a5, b6, and everything's defended. So I think it's knight d5 now. And they're eventually going to be able to put a rook here to push us around. So is it take, here? If you push, you've got 4 defenders on that pawn, so it's not like I can really ever take it out. Do I take here first? Yo, I mean, if you push past, it's pretty bad for me. Take now, you take with the pawn, just great for black. Here, so if I take with my rook now, you take, I take, my knight I put there, you put the rook on E, that's not so great for me, and you're just liquidating, you're pushing through, so I'm wondering if there's any way I can avoid that from happening. Take once, and then play a rook over, and then you push, and you've got 3 defenders, and I've got 3 attackers. Actually, I've got 4 attackers, actually that's sufficient. Alright, so let's take here first, and go here, and that stops d5, because you'll have these guys defending it, and I've got all of these guys attacking that square, so we are taking possession of the outpost square, although we're probably going to have to let them take with their... But now, obviously, if we take with the queen and the rook comes here... Oh no, there's still 2 defenders on the pawn. What am I talking about? So we kind of need to do this, here, rook comes... Yeah, they're coming out, opening up the queen side. Hmm. We gotta check here for what it matters, but it kind of doesn't. Um, we can't get on knight. Oh, we can actually with this. They have to take because this would be a really good square for us to get into with the knight hitting just everything. So this they take, we take, they come down, and we basically just have to move back again. If they take, we take back. They can come around hitting all our backwards pawns. We can hit. Oh, we can um, pin the rook and then try and win it, but kind of hard to do that properly, isn't it? But I think this is the move. Like whichever way you look at it, we kind of have to play this plan. Otherwise, a check first. That's probably not a great move. Trying to put the knight backwards doesn't work. Taking is terrible. Rook over onto the e file could be useful. Oh, you know what? This actually might work because let's say they fall asleep and they make the move here. Then we can do this, and if they take, we take there. They take back, we take, and there's insufficient defenders on this pawn. So they have to come back defending it, and we're kind of making something happen here. So maybe this is the move. If they take here, we take back. Oh no, but the pawn hangs. That's kind of. So maybe we have to do this first, unfortunately. Yeah, here they take. We can take, but they take back. We take. And then they've got enough pawns to push through. So I think we can't get away from this. Here this doesn't work because the queen's defended sufficiently. Okay, we just have to go for it, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's obvious. We can block up with the pawn, but we're going to lose it, so I don't think that's really worth it. So take with the queen. Now rook e5 was the move that looked a bit uncomfortable. Alright, they're actually going to take the pawn first. We can give them hanging pawns. I wonder, that might actually be better than isolating our pawns like this, because then the queen comes in and everything's under attack. So here we're actually stopping the queen from coming in. The backwards pawn is still semi-backwards because we've got pressure on c as well. Yeah, actually I'm liking this a lot more than taking the other ways. Yeah, we're keeping these guys kind of stable and safe. They help us take care of these pawns. This guy's a bit backwards. Trying to trade off queens, eh? Also looking at this. I can move my queen back here now, and you check me and I just walk up. Check me again. Oh no, that's not so good. I guess I could do this. So here, here, and then do this. I also have a check, which might be nice. Queen over doesn't feel like a worry for me. Queen here. I'm actually protecting this square now, so I can just kind of come here. Then you push the... Maybe back is better, and then I can do this. Unsure what's good for us here. This is the square that's troublesome. Taking with the rook, we can... Actually, you know what? This might be okay. If they trade off like this, they'll take with the rook, we can attack it. If they double up, they drop that pawn. That's actually pretty good for us, I'd say. Okay, I'm going to do this first. That also gives us this, because we've got sufficient defenders. If we take now, they take with the rook, we come up like this. Take, take, we can actually push the rook out as well. That gives away this square. I don't know if we care about that too much though. Take, take, double up. They'll have time to push and push again. So, what to do? Maybe move over? Or move over here? Oh, I timed out. I fell asleep. Man, I'm definitely not paying enough attention. Alright, let's look back a little bit because clearly the opening didn't go too well either. So here's still okay. Pushing I think is still okay, although we're kind of inviting the problems. Here, nice bishop move. Now things are already a little bit... So b3 is probably not acceptable actually, which means we either had to sack the pawn or found counterplay immediately. f4, they take b3 or something else. Maybe no b3. Maybe d5 is just unacceptable because it doesn't kick anything, and we're opening up the diagonal against our rook in the corner. So in this case, maybe just bishop up to e3 was fine. Maybe just castle, something like that. Let's have a quick look then. Alright. GG. That was a fun game. They haven't run the analysis yet, which is nice, because we can just look at kind of opening book stuff first. Alright, King's Indian defense. Deferred fianchetto, not even delayed, deferred fianchetto. Let's just see if there's some master games in this situation. Bishop g2, knight bd, knight ge, e5, c5. So c5 is a move. Castle is the main. Yeah, so castle is the main move here. We push this knight e5. b3 is what we play. Bishop g4, h3, castle. Both have been played. I was scared about castle, bishop f. Okay, interesting. So they trade off the bishop instead. King G, knight D4. Okay, this turned into a bit of a draw at the top level. Bishop B2, Queen D7, H3 covering that square, H5. Yeah, black's really like laying on the pressure though. Okay. What about H3 in this position? Bishop F again, then castle. Okay, so we clearly just went with the wrong kind of plan here. Opening up the diagonal was just rather terrible, I guess. Yeah, it's getting close to -1 here. Let's see if anyone in top leeches played this way. Yeah, we have, and it's not great. Knight f3, king f1, or bishop x. King f1 apparently was the move that majority people played to avoid whatever happens after. Yeah, these are all apparently kind of acceptable, so I'll take there. h3, take, 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 queen up, takes there, takes there, takes the rook, knight out. I mean, this looks completely losing though. Yeah, it's -7. That's terrible. So in this position, king f1 is the move. King f1 is the move, apologies. And then they take the pawn, and you take back, and they take your bishop. And then you move out, oh, sorry, and you move out of the way. Alright, so you do kind of accept that you've lost the pawn, which is basically what we were doing, but we did it the wrong way. So taking no good. Bishop takes, castle, this is basically our game now. Knight x. Oh, and they took. Interesting. Yeah, so taking is better than what we did. Alright, let's run the analysis here quickly. Oh, little man passed out. Yeah, my boy. Yeah, you're okay. Nice nappy time, ne? Listening to Daddy lose at chess is very soothing. Very soothing. Oh, we actually were able to equalize, but then we just kind of messed it up again. Alright, so let's go a bit further here. Taking was good, taking was still good. Queen back. Oh, queen to e2 was the move. Okay, e2 is just better. Again, taking the bishop was just great all the time. En passant. And now we're actually kind of equal. We've actually just reached an equal situation. Queen d2. Take, take. Okay, rook over. Knight h5. Oh, because we can just perpetual it. So sorry. Here, and you can never play here because it's mate. Okay, so knight h5 just going for the perpetual. If you step back, it's great for white, so you can just kind of force it. I mean, we're still trying to play. We're not trying to get a draw immediately. Knight h5, still great. H4 or rook fe. Ah, this is the move I looked at. Alright, rook fe is the move I looked at, but then I thought this just gets really bad for us. H5 is best because it's a draw. Bx. Here we drop a pawn, which is no good. This is great. Oh. Yeah, I should probably start focusing again, shouldn't I? Look at this. Okay, that's very sad. Okay, so yeah, we're just playing kind of into a lost position here. Queen back. And here we actually just... I was thinking to move my queen out of the way. I was going to go here or here, I think. Or maybe here. What was I going to do? I was thinking about this, wasn't I? I wanted to try and trade queens over here, because I thought if we do something like this, this is pretty good for me. I thought I could kind of hold this situation. Yeah, this does look like clearly white is worse, but I thought I could kind of hold it. Okay, I guess not. Oh no. Alright, we're clearly not taking it seriously enough. Nah. So we gotta get back on the horse a little bit here. That's very unfortunate. Let's just quickly look here in terms of masters for the opening. So if we want to play this deferred setup against this c5, against e5, which is the main move, castle or d5 is okay, because you don't have that knight coming directly towards you. And you have b4 hitting it away because that's pawns. Yeah, so the other way, because the c pawn isn't defended, the move is to castle. And if they take, you take back with the knight. Knight e5, and then b3 is okay because you're defending this knight in the middle of the board. Knight back again. I actually was going to play here, but that's apparently not so good. Alright. If they take, you can take back, and there's no discovery because your knight's safe. Okay, okay. Alright, so clearly just pushing past is not so good in this position. b3 is actually the engine move, interesting. But then you have to play h3. Get in here, and then castle. Okay, so we were... What was my problem? My problem was that things open up. Here, here... Yeah, where did I think... Here, here, king moves and everything's hanging, so that's pretty good for us. Here, and then we just... We win some pieces for a pawn, or a piece for 2 pawns. What was I scared about? I was scared about... Oh, you know what? This is what worried me. I was scared about... I don't know, let's make a move. Opening up the diagonal. But it's actually still not that great. Yeah, because you have too many pieces in the way. Alright, that was just poor calculation. White right out of the gate. Alright, that happens though. Let's get the quick one in. We'll continue. And we'll try to put aside a little bit more serious time in the future. We just got to get at least to 50 games on this series so we can review the last 25 and take away some good stuff for our other games in the future. Alright, thank you for checking out everyone who did, everyone who came past quickly to have a look. See you guys in the next one, see you guys in the other streams, the recaps for the league, and we play a bit more of a serious game again. Be safe and take care. As always, good luck on your own journey getting better at chess, on your own road. And see you in the next one. Keep on walking.